Now on ABC7 News at 6 o'clock, relief and recovery after Idalia. St. Armand Circle shut down because of flooding yesterday, now starting to reopen for business.
The storm surge also causing major flooding in the streets on Anna Maria Island. But today, take a look at that. Things are back to normal.
Yeah, things looking better. And Minnesota Key Road, things not looking so good there. In major need of repairs, collapsing as the Gulf waters slam into the road.
The immense depression and sadness that washed over me the moment I heard that she had passed has remained with me throughout my entire 8th grade year.
Oh, but first at 6, an emotional and intense courtroom in Sarasota as the man accused in the hit-and-run death of a 13-year-old girl learns his fate. A year ago, Lily Globach was struck and killed by a car driven by David Chang. Good evening, everyone. I'm Summer Smith.
I'm Rick Adams. David Chang leaving the scene, then 11 days later, Lily dying. Our ABC7 team is in the courtroom today for his sentencing. And
ABC7's Karen Kim joining us now live from our studio with more. Karen.
Well, Summer and Rick, the sentencing hearing for David Chang began earlier this morning, and we are expected to hear the sentence from the judge any minute now. The state attorney's office presenting their side this morning, and then the judge hearing from the defense. Lily's family and friends, as you just heard in the courtroom, many of them testifying that Chang could face a maximum of 35 years in prison on charges failing to stop or remain at a crash involving death and tampering with or concealing evidence. The judge and the courtroom hearing those emotional statements from several people close to Lily. Here's what one family friend and neighbor had to say.
The defendant took a child's life, irreparably damaged a family, carved a hole in a caring community that cannot be filled, and traumatized the students, teacher, and staff of our school community. And then he fled and hid. The impact of the defendant's actions rippled across multiple communities, and we are forever changed by reckless behavior and utter disregard for life.
The state attorney's office is asking the judge to sentence him to 15 years in prison. The defense asking for the mandatory 4-year sentence and home confinement. As soon as we get the judge's decision on that sentencing, we're going to pass it along to you. Reporting from the studio, Karen Kim, ABC7, your local station. Back to you.
All right, Karen, thank you. And now to the other big news having a large impact on our area. Hurricane Idalia. The storm is now far away from Florida, but the aftermath remains.
Yeah, that still kind of lingers with the mess we're seeing out there. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan joining us now. And Bob, how are things looking? I assume they're looking much better than they did over the last couple of days.
Yeah, I think we're all very happy that things are looking much better here. The rain has stopped, the wind has quit, and the surge is back out. And the satellite imagery showing lots going on out there, but nothing here. That's the good news. We have 3 named storms, but one now has dropped its name for the most part. It's called Post-Tropical Storm Idalia, and that's a result of it losing its tropical characteristics, but they're going to come back and it'll be renamed Tropical Storm Idalia. Yeah, it's kind of technical out there. And we have another big storm trying to develop out there in the East Atlantic, but nothing going on in the Caribbean. All is quiet in the Gulf of Mexico. During this kind of time frame for the next couple of months, we'll look at these tropical waves, but the trend has been for these to come up and then move out into the open waters of the Atlantic. Those are the kind of storms we like. We got to look out for those homegrown storms, we call them, the ones that are just kind of quick hitters that develop in the Caribbean or the Gulf of Mexico on the tail end of fronts. So that'll be something to watch over the upcoming months, the next 2 months or so. By November, things really start to shut down as more cold fronts move in. Off in the distance now, things have calmed down. Wave action still there. We do have rip currents still possible, but that threat is lessening too as those winds are dying down now. There were a few showers offshore, but things are back to normal. The beach chairs are out there at Anna Maria Island at Cedar Cove Resort looking good, and dew point 79, winds out of the west-southwest at 11 miles an hour. And that dew point being so high makes it feel a little uncomfortable out there. A few showers for the evening. You're heading out for sunset. Should be okay. Scattered storms on Friday. They'll be around. A few in the morning. Most of it will be inland. A drier weekend ahead, Rick. We're looking for lower humidity, too. And a quick look at the radar showing those showers just missing Anna Maria Island, heading toward the Sunshine Skyway Bridge and a few well offshore. More on the forecast for the big weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Rick, back to you.
All right, good stuff. Thanks a lot, Bob. Right now, the popular tourist destination St. Armand Circle in Sarasota is back open, and businesses are slowly getting back to normal. As we have been reporting, the area was shut down because of all that flooding there.
Yeah, St. Armand Circle posting the news about opening on social media this afternoon. The tourist hotspot has certainly come a long way in the last 24 hours, and St. Armand Circle is where we find our Brissa Bradfield tonight. Brissa's joining us live. And Brissa, are there people out there shopping and dining once again?
Summer, it is like night and day here. You can actually see the sidewalk, something you couldn't see less than 24 hours ago when St. Armand Circle was totally underwater. And like Summer said, there are folks walking around shopping. I mean, look at all these cars that are here today, eating ice cream cones like nothing ever happened. St. Armand Circle reopened earlier this morning, and ever since, restaurants and shops have been busy getting things back in order, with several places already back open like Daiquiri Deck, Kilwin's, Arcade Monsters, and Wyland Galleries. I spoke to an employee of Wyland Galleries, Joe Holt, that says he's thankful to be open today.
I'm really grateful that the shop and everything is okay. I didn't know what to expect, but everything seems fine. I can hardly tell there was anything down here. They said there was some flooding on the circle, but there's not that much evidence of it.
And here in Florida, we know all too well the impact that natural disasters can have. And I spoke to the owner of Wyland Galleries, and he said,
All right, thank you, Brissa, for that report. It is going to take a while for every business to reopen, with quite a bit of cleanup ahead. We did speak to one restaurant owner who woke up to nearly a foot of water inside the dining room. ABC7's Jordan Litwiller has more on this.
A restless night for business owners along the Sun Coast.
Believe me, I didn't sleep much. You see the bags and everything, right?
Owner of Cafe l'Europe, John Horn, describing the roller coaster of emotions that filled his evening.
You know, we were watching the cameras and couldn't see water at first here, and then we hear that there's 12 inches of water inside the restaurant, which just kicked us right in the teeth.
The sandbags placed around the restaurant and the sheets of plywood covering the windows giving way to the powerful winds of Hurricane Idalia.
This was much more damaging than the prior ones, so it just shows you've got to be prepared.
Horn walking us around the restaurant, showing us the damage.
And this is where we're most concerned is how the intrusion here. See how the water wicked into the connectors there.
The water covering the entirety of the restaurant, from the front patio to the back dining room.
So you see where the water has just gotten in there badly.
Carly Lambert from the Rapid Response Team explaining the damages this sitting water can cause.
Potential mold growth to really infecting your property with potential hazards from that Category 3 water, which has sewage and everything else in it.
Cleanup crews working in overdrive, trying to prevent as much damage as possible. But Horn getting bad news about his wood floors that were just installed.
This is all new flooring in here, so this will probably all come up and be replaced.
Even with these setbacks, focusing on the positives.
We had not gotten our new booths in, so they didn't get ruined. So there was good timing.
Grateful to escape this powerful storm with a bright future still on the horizon.
And then to walk in today, I feel a lot better. So that roller coaster is, you know, the one that has a smile on your face right now instead of the frown. So we're going to get through it. We absolutely are.
Jordan Litwiller, ABC7, your local station.
Great to see that optimism there. And lending a hand when help is needed the most. Englewood still reeling after the road collapses there. We are talking about a portion of Minnesota Key Road. That road couldn't compete with the wrath of Hurricane Idalia.
Yeah, crews were out today putting sand all along the road, and fire officials also there trying to get a plan into action about how to get to emergency calls with that road now gone. ABC7's Rob Wells in Englewood with an update.
Here along Minnesota Key Road, it is still a complete disaster area out here. Crews were out filling in with sand the devastation left behind after Hurricane Idalia moved through, completely collapsing a main part of the road out here. A lot of the neighbors out still taking pictures, surveying what was going on. We even saw one guy trying to get out of his driveway in a Corvette. Didn't have great luck, got stuck and had to get a little help getting out of there. But again, a slow road to recovery here.
surge came after the fact. The hurricane went by and surge didn't come till many hours past, so it was unexpected.
Because we're upgrading our response to this, just to provide better services for everybody that's out here, much quicker response. We're in talks right now with Sarasota County, possibly using a Northport unit that would be quicker to get out here in the event that we get a call in this particular area of the island.
County says it could take several weeks, several months to get things back to normal out here. No word yet on a total damage estimate. In Inglewood, Rob Wells, ABC7, your local station.
All right, Rob, thank you. Coming up on ABC7 News at 6 o'clock, the damage all across the Suncoast being surveyed today, what our coastal area conditions are looking like right at the moment.
Plus, we have information on what to do with all those sandbags residents collected as they prepared for Hurricane Idalia. That's next.
Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7.
Florida Leather Gallery is celebrating Labor Day with 50% off store-wide. Save on your favorite brands like Natuzzi Editions, Encanto, Palliser, and more. Plus, our team of certified Lexperts has been trained to help you find the perfect seating and the perfect leather for your lifestyle. We'll guide you toward the very best genuine leather sofa, sectional, or love seat for your home. But don't wait, this sale won't last long, so hurry in, only at Florida Leather Gallery. Your vision, your way.
Are you in need of a new roof? We got you covered. Handyman Roofing. #1 roofing experts with over 40 years of experience.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Lease a Santa Fe for $269 a month, or get a Tucson or Santa Fe with up to $2,500 bonus cash or 3.29% APR at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
It's Copenhagen Imports' huge Labor Day sale and time to save on the gorgeous furnishings for your home and office. Save on brand names like Stressless, BDI, and many more. The Labor Day sale is the time, and Copenhagen Imports is the place.
If we can all do a little something to make each day more hopeful. If we make the effort to be profoundly helpful. We can all enjoy the moments that make life more meaningful. When we insist on healthcare that's both skillful and lovingly truthful, we can achieve a level of care that is truly impactful. Empath Health, here for the full life.
Are you in need of a new roof? We got you covered. Handyman Roofing. #1 roofing experts with over 40 years of experience.
Florida style, quality, service, value. A brand you can trust. Where? Theirs.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for sticking around. Anna Maria Island is seeing quite a bit of flooding from the hurricane storm surge, flooding the streets. Take a look at that, causing damage to roads and businesses. Today, most of the water gone. Almost all of the roads are back open there on Anna Maria Island, and people beginning the cleanup process so they can get back to enjoying life on the beautiful island. There are volunteers with Anna Maria Island Turtle Watch and Shorebird are now assessing the nests on the beach.
And with the storm hitting the island, they were unable to get to the beach for a few days. Now they're asking people if they find any stakes down, do not stand them up. Instead, they're asking for you to lay them up by the dunes so they can see them. And they also want to remind everyone, if you see any eggs, just leave them on the beach. Leave them alone. Well, Siesta Key Beach seeing some flooding during the storm. Storm surge and high tide hitting the popular tourist spot. The roads and beach access areas had water up to a foot high. Take a look at this picture taken yesterday. What is normally a long walk to the water brought all the way up to those volleyball nets there. And then look at this. Here's what it looks like today. The water back to its usual spot. The sand not as white as it normally is. The seaweed is scattered all along the area, but at least it looks like it's getting back to normal.
And take a look at this. Casey Key Road, on the other hand, not looking so good. We were talking earlier about Minnesota Key Road. This has some problems too. This is what the current conditions look like. The pavement ripped from the ground, cracked and covered with debris. At the moment, you are urged to stay away from that road. In downtown Sarasota, Bayfront Park seeing some damage. Some puddles are just left now, but cleanup is underway. The park remaining closed today. Other parks closed today do include Eloy's Whirlin Park, Tony Saprito Fishing Pier, and Ken Thompson Park Playground.
Many Suncoast residents preparing for Idalia, filling sandbags to prep their homes. So now that the storm has passed, what should you do with them? Well, Sarasota County government says if the sandbags have not been compromised by rain or flooding, they can be stored in a dark, dry area. They can also be disposed of by sprinkling the sand in your yard. And we're being told, though, to get rid of those sandbags by bringing them to a beach or playground.
And just a friendly reminder here that right now the disaster preparedness tax holiday is underway. This does include common household items like pet supplies, portable generators, and flashlights. They will all be exempt from sales tax during this 14-day span. During the holiday, there's no limit on the qualifying items that can be purchased tax-free. Also, a 7-day tool time tax holiday will start on September 2nd, so we are 2 days away from the start of that. It offers sales tax exemptions on a variety of items such as tools and work boots. Still ahead on ABC7 News at 6, high school sports here on the Suncoast taking a 2-day break during the hurricane. Coming up, we are live over at Palmetto High School with more on how they are getting back into action.
Florida style. Quality, service, value. A brand you can trust. Where there's.
As Hurricane Idalia came charging through our area, ABC7 was committed to keeping you informed before, during, and after the storm, alerting you days in advance, working around the clock, updating you on all platforms, activating our hurricane helpline to answer your questions, and providing team coverage to prepare you for the aftermath. ABC7 is your local station.
Summer is Honda Accord savings time. Pay just $289 a month on our largest selection of new Accords. In stock now, just $289 a month. Search your local Honda dealer today. Let's go!
When it comes to beating cancer, your first choice is your best chance. At Moffitt Cancer Center, we bring the highest level of urgency to provide the right diagnosis right away. We're fast-tracking therapies and pioneering vaccines that enable the life-saving power of prevention, while providing individualized treatment plans from the start that lead to the best outcomes. Choose Moffitt first, a cancer center like no other.
This Labor Day, we slashed prices on this season's hottest designs for the whole home. Hurry in to enjoy savings of up to 50% off store-wide, plus instant savings of up to $500 off. Don't miss your chance to take home your favorite brands like Natuzzi Editions, Hooker, and Coastal Living. Our team is here to help you live your best Florida life. Visit us in store and online to create the look you've been dreaming of for your home. This event won't last long, so hurry in. Only at Mater Brothers Furniture and Mattress.
ABC7 is your local station for sports. Tune in every night for the ABC7 Sports Desk. The week's biggest matchups, play-by-plays, and the area's best student athletes getting you into the action.
Sponsored by Bryant Somali Law, right here on ABC7, your local station.
Save thousands with 3.9% financing on new Honda Accords this summer. The most awarded brand in car and driver 10 best history. Accords, save with 3.9%. Search your local Honda dealer today. Let's go!
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays this September on ABC7.
All right. right, time now for ABC7 Sports. Back to work for high school teams now across the area after their two-day break during Idalia. And for some, the storm has forced some changes to their schedule. One of those is a matchup featuring two Manatee County teams.
Let's go live now to ABC7's Xavier McKnight at Palmetto High School. Hi, Xavier.
Hey, Summer. Hey, Rick. Hey, Summer. Hey, Rick. Listen, this battle between the Tigers and the Pirates of Braden River is one of those matchups that citizens of Manatee County look forward to every single year. But they're going to have to wait a little longer to watch it happen. The highly anticipated matchup between Palmetto and Braden River, originally scheduled for Friday, has been postponed. Tigers head coach Rashad West tells me the decision comes after he and Pirates head coach Kurt Bradley came to the conclusion that this is the best as families of players and staff continue to clean up from the aftermath of Hurricane Idalia.
All these are case-by-case basis. You know, I do realize that there are other people that are playing, but it appears that we've come to the conclusion as a group, as a whole, our side as well as the side over at Braden River, that postponing and looking for a future date was best for both programs, you know, after we come out of what we just had over the last couple of days.
And I'm also learning that the highly anticipated matchup between the Cardinal Mooney Cougars and Lakewood Ranch football programs is also being postponed. Now, as far as both of these games go, the replacement dates are yet to be determined. But once we have those, we'll bring those right here to all of you here on ABC7. Reporting from Palmetto High School, Xavier McKnight, ABC7, your local station.
Thanks, Xavier. A lot better than what we did with Ian when some of those fields were ripped apart during that storm. So we fared a lot easier along the Suncoast, but still lots of damage. We'll let you know if any more storms are out there brewing coming up right after this.
Why hire a law firm out of Tampa or Miami? I've been a lawyer here on the Suncoast for over 35 years.
We live and work here. I've been litigating cases here for over a decade.
Local experience matters. Get the justice you deserve at justicepays.com.
Are you on your way?
Yep, coming.
And Mom and Dad?
Don't worry, they'll be there.
Happy anniversary!
Go beyond the expected with the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Get 3.25% APR for up to 48 months on a new 2023 Sorrento.
Florida Leather Gallery is celebrating Labor Day with 50% off store-wide. Save on your favorite brands like Natuzzi Editions, Encanto, Palliser, and more. Plus, our team of certified Lexperts has been trained to help you find the perfect seating and the perfect leather for your lifestyle. We'll guide you toward the very best genuine leather sofa, sectional, or love seat for your home. But don't wait, this sale won't last long, so hurry in, only at Florida Leather Gallery. Your vision, your way.
Don't you hate just being another number?
At our firm, you are never just a number.
Get the justice you deserve at justicepays.com.
Another look at that Beach Road, Minnesota Beach Road in Inglewood. This one from Myra. Coxie getting a look at that. Storm surge causing all sorts of problems there, washing that road out. We talked about it earlier. This is drone footage sent in by Myra. I wanted to use it because she took the time to send it in, and we appreciate that. And we appreciate all the folks that sent the video in from Troy Cypriot yesterday out in Siesta Key. We used that yesterday. And also Mike Deninius from Anna Maria Island showing all the devastation. Different kind of storm than Ian, totally. And the good point to make, and we heard it on The View this morning when they said, Stephanie said, you know, all these storms are different, right? They all have different kind of personalities. And this one was the storm surge. That was the biggest personality with this one. And it was not all that high, but still caused lots of problems. 88 degrees right now. Look at the feels like temperature. 103 right now. That high humidity is the result of that west to southwest winds. Scattered storms on Friday. Could see some in the morning. A drier weekend ahead, though, just in time for Labor Day weekend. These showers are weakening, pushing into Pinellas County as we expected. Don't count on much near the coast. A few inland storms. There's still 1 or 2 pop-ups we could see this evening for your sunset forecast. We'll keep a slight chance for showers and a few clouds around. This was last night's beautiful right there from Susan Humphreys up near Terracea. And that photo also sent into mysuncoast.com. You guys helping out right there with some beautiful shots. A few showers, as I said, this evening, and then tomorrow morning, a few coastal storms. Most of it will be inland late in the day on that west wind. That's the kind of pattern we're in. And then it kind of shuts down for Saturday. We'll see a few late day storms as those winds turn to the northeast. Some really dry air is going to move in. Tomorrow, a chance for a few coastal storms in the morning, and then inland storms in the afternoon. It will be hot. It will be muggy again. High temperatures near 90 degrees. But then the dry air here in the blue, you can see that air wrapping around and moving right into our location on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. No chance for rain. All that tropical moisture stays down to our south for us over the weekend, I should say next week. There's the forecast path and track. It is now again, post-tropical storm, Idalia, and it's going to come back, though, it looks like in about 2 days from now, and head off into the open waters of the Atlantic. It's lost its tropical characteristics, and so they're not calling it a tropical storm any longer. This is a tropical storm, but it won't be around long, just 1 day, and then it's done. Jose is a short-lived tropical storm into the Atlantic Ocean. Elsewhere in the tropics, we're watching several areas that are showing signs of development. The one just coming off the coast of Africa really has a big chance developing. This one at 80%, this one not much, and another one just into the open waters of the Atlantic there. So things still happening. We still have over 3 months to go before the official end. Katia and then Lee are the next storms up. We could have those by midweek next week. We'll see. Again, that storm is weakening. Water temperature still very warm, although it cooled off a little bit on the path and track of where we saw Idalia move. So that helps somewhat, but still lots of high energy there in the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. And we got a long way to go. So be prepared. Southwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be right around 2 feet tomorrow, so better. And better boating weather over the weekend. And here it is. The rain chance is really going down on Saturday, 30%, and then 20% on Sunday. And it stays dry right through Labor Day and into Tuesday. High temperatures into the mid-90s. We'll be right back after this.
Stock Report, sponsored by Clive Daniel Home.
Save the best for last.
Tuscan was big in 2005. It's completely out.
Detuscanizing is making things less ornate, cleaner, fresher. The finishes are very nice. They just need to be a little less serious.
Ornate archways, columns, extra browns and yellows and golds.
Our designers know how to come in and really create something that's more now and today.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Lease an Elantra for $219 a month or get $500 bonus cash or 3.29% APR. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
When it comes to protecting your home, there's one name you can count on, Handyman Roofing. With over 40 years of experience, we are the roofing experts you need. Is your roof in need of repair? Don't wait until it's too late. Our team of professionals can handle any roofing issue, big or small. And if it's time for a complete roof replacement, we've got you covered. Call us today at 1-866-853-3770.
Get things done. Count on Handyman Roofing to get it done. Handyman Roofing to get it done.
When plumbing repairs just can't wait, it's nice to know help is just around the corner. ABC Plumbing experts will be there in minutes to do the job once and do it right. Trust ABC Southwest Plumbing and Air Conditioning and consider it done.
Distinctive in design, meticulous in craftsmanship, confident in execution. Genesis, a new beginning of what luxury can be. Lease the 2024 GV80 for $689 per month, exclusively at your Suncoast Genesis retailers.
Living your best Florida life begins with quality sleep. Our sleep experts are trained to help you achieve that. Shop our collection from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Plus, save up to $800 off select mattress sets. Only at Mater Brothers Furniture and Mattress.
Get away with a great deal at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Lease a Santa Fe for $269 a month, or get a Tucson or Santa Fe with up to $2,500 bonus cash or 3.29% APR at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Any accident where you or a loved one are hurt is a serious accident. But how serious is your lawyer? Each of our partners has a unique set of skills and talent.
Go to justicepays.com.
All right, before we go, we do have some breaking news. It's regarding the sentencing of David Chang.
Yeah, the judge just deciding that Chang was sentenced to 15 years for count 1 and then 5 years for count 2. That's concurrently, meaning it's all the same time of serving behind bars, and then an additional 3 years of probation. Again, Chang accused of being involved in that hit-and-run crash a year ago that killed the Pine View student named Lily.
Yeah, so sad. And I know the state attorney's office, that's what they were pushing for, the 15-year sentence. It looks like the state attorney's office got what they were looking for.
Yeah, all right. We'll have much more on this coming up tonight at 7 and again at 11, and then more on all the weather.
That's right. We'll continue to watch the tropics. Obviously, nothing to be concerned about here, but we have a long way to go. And we'll let you know about the big weekend forecast, too, coming up.
Well, let's keep the tropics a little quiet for a while.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend. All right. Have a good night.